How's it going, my spuds? It's your potato wizard here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I'm going to be bringing you what I believe are the top 5 Maycast wands that you can get out of bundles in Wizard 101. The reason that I'm limiting this video to the bundle Maycast wands is because I might be doing a video later on the Horde Pack wands. So before I get into this list, I'm not gonna literally say what is my number one favorite, because in my opinion, a lot of the wands in the game are good for specific schools and for specific loadouts versus just being universally great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about what I think makes every single one of these wands worthwhile and what makes them great. So in order to assess these wands, I'm going to give like a 5-star rating on their stats, and then I'm going to give a 5-star rating on their Maycast. Let's get right into it. So when we're starting with the Battle Mage Staff and Shield, on the stats, I would give this a 3 out of 5. The stats are still relatively good, but I think that maybe it could be a little bit better. When it comes to the Maycast, there are 2 possibilities. The 2 names are called Quicken and Impede, and both of them are triggered by using the wand. In my testing, they seem to be independent of each other whenever you Maycast. So what I mean by that is that either one of the spells can be casted individually. So it's possible that you could get a Maycast Quicken, you could get a Maycast Impede, or in this clip that I'm showing you, it's possible that you can get both Maycasts with just one wand hit. For the scaling, I would give this Maycast a 4 out of 5 because I think it's really good, but whenever I was testing it, it's a little bit harder to get the Maycast, so don't be expecting to get it every single time, but it's still really good. You're not seeing any sort of output for damage, but you are seeing control in the battlefield in a way that only this wand provides. So that's why I give it a 4 out of 5. The next one I'm going to talk about is the Ranger Marksman Bow. For the stats, I would give this a 4 out of 5. And the reason that I give this a 4 out of 5 is that it comes with Pierce, Crit, and Damage, as well as Conversion, which makes it solid. But it's not the best. It doesn't have the most Crit, and it doesn't have the most Pierce on the list. So therefore, it's not, in my opinion, the most superior stats. When we're talking about the Maycast, I would give the Maycast a 4 out of 5. And the reason that I give it a 4 out of 5 is because it doesn't have any sort of damage output. The Maycast is called Outlaw's Courtesy. The way that this Maycast works is that it removes 3 pips from your opponent, and it gives you 3 pips back. And whenever I tested this, I had 2 mobs. And what I found out is that even if I attack one opponent, if another opponent has more pips, it took from the opponent that had more pips. So I'm not sure if that's mechanically how it's supposed to work, or if it just glitched out. I'm not sure, but that's what I noticed whenever I was testing it. So that's another thing to add to the mystery of this Maycast. The Abyssal Eel Whip. On the stats, I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5, and that's mostly because the other ones are superior in the Pierce, Crit, and Damage sector. The Maycast, there are 2 different wand types. There is a Storm wand hit and a Ice wand hit, and whenever you hit a Storm wand hit Maycast, it Maycasts Wild Bolt, and if you get the Ice Maycast, it is Maycast Healing Current. I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 5. And the reason that I say that is because this wand gives you the potential to gain back a lot of health and do a lot of damage in the same wand. You actually Maycast it on every single opponent and every single ally. So that makes it a really awesome Maycast. Next is the Poison Apple. Stat-wise, this is a 5 out of 5. It has a lot of crit and it has a lot of block with a lot of universal damage, which means that for most schools, this is an awesome go-to stat wand. On the Maycast spell, I give this a 5 out of 5 as well. This wand is awesome. The only exception that I have for that rating is if you're a Death Wizard. This Maycast allows you to cast a poison as well as stunning your opponent, which means that if you are not a Death Wizard worried about using up your blades on a Maycast, this Maycast prevents your opponent from shielding for 3 turns and even stuns them in the first one. So this is an awesome Maycast. Last but not least, we have the Sherlock's Eyeglass. On the stats, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It has the pierce. It has some crit. It doesn't have any block, and it barely has any damage. So, personally, if I was using the wand, I wouldn't be using it because of the stats. However, the Maycast, oh, it's a 5 out of 5. There's no doubt about it. Arcane Deduction is the name of this spell, and you'll learn it because it allows you to see what your opponent is going to cast for the next 3 turns. And with that, those are my 5 picks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Which one has the best stats and which one has the best Maycast? Let me know in the comments and maybe give me some ideas for what you would like to see for stats and Maycast wands in the future. And I will see you guys in the next video.